Hey, everybody. I hope you're doing great. We're diving into the deep state today. This is a client session. I'm going to be sharing distance, psychic wisdom, and energy healing. And if you watched the previous video, you would know I was diving into the Mexican cartels. So the deep state this time, okay? And I want to thank you big time to the client for presenting many opportunities here to do world healing. And I appreciate your vision and what you're wanting to accomplish, that you're reaching out to me to help you with this. It's truly an honor. And to get to share it with everyone here on YouTube. So we're actually stepping into this together. I'm stepping into this energy, but I'm taking you with me if you want to go, right? So we can take a look at it and we can bring love and light to it. It's a powerful thing. It's not a cringy, lame thing to bring love and light to stuff. It's illumination. It's turning the light on in a dark place. It's legit. All right, so I'm going to read what you wrote here. Thank you so much again for this. Okay, you say, Dear Abbey, I ask that you take a look at the deep state and the energies driving its intent to destabilize the world. Please look into the forces that are working to create confusion, division, and imbalance in our world, mainly in the West. It is my hope you will be able to shift the balance of power somehow so that healing, awareness, and divine order may be restored to humanity. This insanity has to stop. It's interesting because as I read this, one of the key words that keeps flashing in my being is the word chaos. So creating chaos, create chaos, create chaos. And so each and every individual person on the planet, we have to be self-aware enough to not go there, to not let chaos drive us. Is it that easy to imprint? Is it that easy to motivate people to become divided, then to become chaotic towards each other? Well, we're witnessing it right now. There is destabilization absolutely happening right now. Okay. I need just a moment here because I'm really taking in your language, what you're saying, what you're wanting to achieve here. So it's basically coordinates that you're providing me, and that's all energy. And an energetic universe is a huge, vast thing. And there's a lot of layers to it. So where do you begin in a building that has infinite floors, and infinite viewpoints, like a disco ball has many mirrors? So I want to tackle this to the best of my ability. So I need a minute. I need a minute to acclimate myself to the building with infinite floors. Okay, just a minute here. Forces working to create confusion, division, imbalance. Shift the balance of power somehow so that healing, awareness, and divine order may be restored to humanity. The insanity has to stop. Okay. Shall we begin? Put that down there. Kick up my, get cozy for this, okay? And I have this thing. I'm working in the early morning, so dark outside, super bright right there. So I'm gonna put this thingy on. And then I'm gonna look, okay? I'm gonna see everything, okay? It's true. Just close your eyes. There's a lot you can see inside yourself. Okay, so let me see. Just gratitude. Just taking a moment to share gratitude. Taking a moment to ground myself in gratitude. Everything is truly love. The clearer we become mentally, emotionally, physically, the more we will see the truth that everything is truly love. Everything is truly love. All right, universe, where do we begin here in navigating this? Something tells me this is going to be kind of weird. But this is where we begin. I'm a child, and I seem to be playing jacks. So, but the game is all wrong. It's all wrong. So you have a bouncy ball, and then you pick up jacks, and you have to catch the ball. That's the best I can remember it, because it's been a long time since I played jacks, okay? And all these jacks are in a hole. And I'm sitting on, well, it's dirt. Okay, is it desolate? Nothing's growing, sitting on dirt, but there's nothing anywhere but dirt. Dirt is everywhere. So dirt as far as the eye can see. The horizon, dirt. Okay, dirt. So I'm sitting in a white circle and I'm a child. But what's interesting, I'm a boy, and I'm also looking at this boy. And I also am then this child, okay? And I'm playing jacks. And all these jacks, there could be 100 jacks in the dirt, in the hole, okay? In the dirt. So I've got this bouncy ball, but there's this man that comes that I never can see his face. This man comes and I don't know how he has the bouncy ball. I don't know how he has it, but he has it. But then his foot has it. But then I always had it. But I see this bouncy ball doesn't bounce, it rolls. It rolls to me in the white circle. And the white circle says, this is how much room you get. This is what you get. You get this. You get this. And so imagine someone tells me that's all you get, and they just draw a white circle around you, and that's all the room you're going to have for the rest of your life. You don't get to leave that space. That's yours. That's your space. You get all that space. Why are you complaining? So I am watching this boy, but I also am this boy, and I'm looking at the bouncy ball in my hand, but I'm also looking at this man who wears all black shoes, kicks the bouncy ball, and it goes into my white circle. So I can't tell if I actually have it, or if this man had it, and so it's strange. It's almost like what I think I have, I don't have it at all. I think, but I have this. Wait a second, but you have this. Wait, I have this or you have this. But there's the bouncy ball there on the ground in the white circle. No, it's in my hand. So there's confusion about what I have versus what someone else has. It's like a glitch here in perspective. It's a total glitch. It's a magic trick. It's a magic trick of the mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? So a magician understands that we can only see so much of the bigger picture. And so if we're looking over here, then we're not looking over here, so, but if there are those who are looking over here, but they can't really see over here because we can't see in every direction. If we're on a disco ball, we'll only understand so much of the whole. We'll only ever understand so much of the whole. So you could say that is a human weakness. But by not understanding the whole, now if we can learn how to connect to each other and appreciate each other truly, we can see through their perspective. And we can start working together to build from the many perspectives. But you can see how perspective is being manipulated to what do I have versus what am I given versus how much am I given versus what is mine. I'm not sure what is mine. And what is someone else's that then bestows what is mine to me. So that there's some confusion here. This is still skimming the surface, okay? This is still skimming the surface. Everything says don't retaliate against this man. Don't retaliate against this man. Don't touch him. Don't retaliate against him. Don't take his shoe off and throw it at his face. No, don't do anything. Just stay in your circle. Just stay in your circle. Just stay in your circle. You have the ball, right? You always had the ball. You have the jacks. Just stay in your circle. But there's this moment of, I'm confused. I'm lost. I don't understand. All right, this is quite dangerous because we don't understand that the circles are small and the space is getting smaller. And what we have is going to be a very small distance on a small patch of dirt, and dirt for the horizon for all. But just pay attention to you. Just pay attention to you in your tiny little space, in your little circle, and stay there. It's prison without walls, This is still just skimming the surface. This is still just skimming the surface. I'm going to have to sit down outside the circle for a minute because I'm the watcher. So I'm sitting outside the circle and I'm looking at this man who has no face, always in black, and it's very nice black shiny shoes. I don't know what they're made out of, but they're not, maybe alligator skin or something strange. A black suit, but you can never see his face. I draw the white circle into myself. And I start to notice that once the white circle has disappeared, the boy changes. And his face becomes ugly. Like he is a spawn from hell, okay? Like it's a child with many rows of like shark-like teeth. It's a Hollywood movie, okay? It's terrifying. It's a morbid, scary-looking child, okay? And this child hisses at me. When the white circle is there, then the child somehow is safe in its own space from whatever is outside the space. And I say, nah, nah. I take this boundary and I bring it into myself. And I stand up, and as the watcher stands, which is me, every bone in my body starts to break as I walk towards this man in black. And I see he projects illusions, projects illusions, projects illusions. So you will really have to know yourself. You have to know yourself to know what's real. And that's not where you just look and see. No, that's where you sit still in silence. That's the power of meditation. Really, it comes down to qualities like patience, love, seeing through the layers of people. Is that really who they are? Is that really them? What are they saying that they're not saying? Do they need a hug? Do they need someone to go outside the box and behave a little differently towards them? To not give in to their madness? To actually be a representation of stability? Oh, this energy, this influence, this energetic influence. There's pure joy in this madness, okay? So if you want to call this the devil at work, the cartels, the incarnate devil, you could say, but people become lost. And once they become lost, they become tricked to give up what is theirs, which is their soul. And people give up their soul to have things, to have safety, protection, money, to have stuff, power, whatever. People have souls and have power too, but they don't call it power. It's opportunity. And so there's different levels of society. And there's people who give up their soul at every level. But there's people that keep their soul at every level. And the division is those who are giving their soul up to an influence that creates pain and suffering for the whole. It's very important that you know thyself. It's very important. Otherwise, what are you giving up for this guy with the alligator shoes? What are you doing for him that he can do for you? And then what are you doing for good people? Do you hate good people? Do you even know what a good person is? Do you hate yourself? Can you be a good person? Is it that hard? That's what this comes down to. How do you awaken all those influenced by this motivator, by this trickster who wants your soul? It literally is biblical like that. It literally is. I'm gonna have to pause for a minute. I just saying thank you to this man, because without conflict, I'll never struggle. And without struggle, I'll never really understand blessing. And without illusion, I'll never truly know what's real. And I hug him. I say, it is overwhelming what you represent and what you do, because it's not just me who has to face you, it's every person on the planet, at every age, at every level of society that has to face you. I can't, I, maybe I can be. I mean, I've explored this many times. And what I'm talking about is, can I be the one that awakens humanity, let's say? Or is that each and every one of our individual roles? It's for everybody to participate. And I have to accept everybody for their choices. Because that's part of this predicament too, is that I can't control people. Even to do what's right, that's not right. Is it the devil that can control people? No, it's the devil that can trick you, right? Now, if I trick you, then I'm the devil too. If I trick you into making self-loving decisions, but I tricked you, you'll never really authentically make self-loving decisions. You are just puppeteered by another type of devil. It's entirely up to you to find the truth inside yourself. And I can't be the one that awakens it inside of you. You choose it, authentically choose the light, literally the light. What is the light? Think of one of the most beautiful moments that's ever happened in your entire life. And if you can't think of one, then you need to give yourself more time. You need to stop and give yourself time, because yes, there is something in there. There is something in there. And maybe if you are insisting there's nothing, for instance, because there's going to be someone who really insists that there was nothing good that's ever happened for them, then couldn't you love yourself for being so strong to live such a dilapidated life? And that is the beauty. Do you see? When you find some fragrance of divine truth, you override the darkness, the shadow, the trickster, the manipulator. But there's always beautiful memories. You could even look into someone else's life and be so moved because it represents something so beautiful to you. It is the meaning of life itself. It might even bring tears to your eyes. Whether you have it or you don't have it, it's still a medicine. It's still energy. It's still real. It's the light. It's real. It's not a convenient thought like, it's a good thing. I've got excess clothes. I'm going to donate it to someone who needs these clothes. But does that really move your soul? Does that bring you to your knees weeping? Or is it helpful? It's a helpful thing to do. We're going deep here. We're going deep here. We're feeling alive right now here. You have to want to override everything that says less than is better. Less than is better. Pain and suffering, you piece of crap, is better. Look at you, ew, is better. No, it is not better. You know what I'm learning from doing this journey here into this topic? For me to move the energy of the deep state is for me to remind people of how to come back to life as a human being, how to come back to life as a human being, how to override the devil. Because I can't puppeteer people in order to get them, to trick them to be human or something, because it'll never be real. It has to be real. It's your freedom. My guides are asking me to stop for a moment. And they're wanting me to walk into this man, this devil. But I see inside of him, there's so many stuck souls. And they're all morbid looking and lost. And some of them are scary and some of them are thinned out. And it's like any kind of story you lived that made you a monster or made you depressed or disconnected or defeated or hopeless, or just basically you could say we're all in here to some degree. I don't, like I'd say, no, no, no. My guides say nobody's in here. And they're reminding me about the tall building I described with infinite floors, because every truth exists. The truth is the devil consumed us all, every single person on the planet. The truth is the devil got to every single last one of us. The devil won, all right? But on another floor, the devil never did win. And it's interesting because they're showing me that this is the floor we're going to make this infinite building all about. And I crack all the floors. I crack every level of the devil from the inside out, so that the only truth that exists is that the devil got not a one of us. And I'm opening this up and I see every soul is a butterfly. And the butterflies are attracted to the light. And the light is, it's like a delicious prairie of flowers. The butterflies are attracted to the light, and it's so lovely, it's so beautiful. And it's an individual journey, but it's a collective journey, and it's all about transformation and the beauty that comes from all the stories that each and every one of us carries inside ourselves is a story, and it's a beautiful story at that. Because the strength to live that life is beautiful. The brokenness that was endured, it's the respect that I have that you tried, and this was the best you could do at this time. You keep working on it, you know? If you want to, or you don't. You can get consumed by what breaks you. And that's also a very interesting story too. And I couldn't appreciate that story if someone didn't live it. And that too is gratitude for all the souls. And that gratitude exists all over the place. So now we're kind of turning things inside out, as in every nook and cranny that you don't see, there is a soul that is saying thank you to you today. Thank you for all you endure. Thank you for what you stand for what you represent. Thank you for your smile. Thank you for your efforts. Thank you for your heart and for your love. Thank you. Thank you for what broke you and brought tears to your eyes and made you angry. Thank you for exploring that, for learning about that, for being yourself. And there's so many thank yous. There's so many souls that are thanking us everywhere. Every single one of us has a huge, infinite entourage of people who love us. It's just so much love. And you start to notice that the devil is a very small thing. And this is interesting too. because the devil too can be healed. And I'm cracking open the walls that surround the devil, that keeps the devil from hearing all the beautiful things that are said about the devil. Thank you, devil, for all you've taught me. Thank you for all you made me endure it. Did you make me or did you trick me into thinking I had to? Or maybe you tricked someone else and they really did it to me. I've learned so much because of you. Thank you. And the more that the devil now must inhale and exhale divine truth, that the devil too is loved. The devil starts to break down. The devil starts to change. Because who would ever love the devil? Is that the ultimate riddle? Who would ever love the devil? Is the one thing the devil needs to transform? And so my calling here with healing the deep state is to visit the devil, is to take a look at different levels of society or being human, or what's the illusion and what's tricking us, and what do we need to pay attention to. And if we're on the disco ball, we'll all see from this angle, but I'm not going to be able to see from that one. I'm going to need you to see from that one so we can see the bigger picture of the whole together. Only to understand, we have to authentically remember the love, authentically remember the light, authentically welcome that in and let that guide us. Let that show us new things. And it's up to us to decide if we want to explore it or not. That's freedom, right? That's free will. But it's also to take steps towards the devil, to fill the devil with love. In the sound of all the love, if it's there for us, it's there for the devil too. It's there for every single concept of a life force that influences directly, indirectly, at every level of existence, you know? So there's this question, does the devil appreciate the light? Is the devil grateful for the love that is there for the devil? This isn't sick, twisted worship. This isn't asking the devil for favors. No. This is the devil has an inner child. The devil has a vulnerability to the authentic love of Jesus, okay? If Jesus loves the devil, is Jesus worshiping the devil? Because if love is that to you, you need to really stop and meditate on what love is. Get back to thinking about what is the juice of good memories? What is the juice that brings the tears to your eyes, that moves your soul, okay? So does the devil hate the light? Does the devil like the light? Or what is this? It's interesting to witness. I mean, I see a black, basically there's a black line, all right, that represents this man standing, but it just becomes a black line. And then there's all this light everywhere, and the light just rushes in like it floods all cracks and crevices. It fills in all the spaces, okay? The light fills in all the spaces except this one black line. Like it is the container for all that cannot be filled with light, you could say. But what's interesting is it starts to disperse shadow outward, starts to disperse it. And I don't really understand what it's like, a chemical reaction or something. I'm not really able to understand what is happening yet, other than what I'm witnessing. So I need a minute to keep watching. He's a rectangular shape. He's just a skinny, he's just a rectangle, like a door. He's just like a skinny door that emits shadow. Maybe the devil just is what the devil is. If the devil lets the love in, then what does the devil become? I am asked to see that the devil, the doorway, is flooded with light. And I hear this it's just a horrible screaming sound, screaming at God, saying, you're torturing me, you're burning me, you hate me, I hate you too. It just screaming all these things. And the devil, when the light hits the devil gets even angrier. And it wants God to come down here, and it wants to rip God apart. It wants to rip God apart. And it's interesting because this is what God is, though. This is what God is. And then I hear there's tears because the devil calls God a coward and tells God to get down here so we can actually face each other, as though the devil is separate for some reason. The devil is separate from God. But that's what the devil is the ultimate influence of separation from God. So what is the deep state? If it's influenced by the devil, it's encouraging division. What's division? Separation from each other. And what are we? We're made out of God. So the devil hates us unless we conform with the devil, but the devil will never stop torturing us because the devil itself is tortured. That's what this says. The devil is tortured by God. And the devil encourages us to disconnect from God, but we then will become just as tortured as the devil. So really, we all need to disconnect from the devil. And I'm choosing to say we have all disconnected from the devil. I'm choosing to say that. I'm choosing to see that. That's why there's only one floor of an infinite building. You could call it heaven, where none of us are influenced by that. And that the devil himself lets go of his own thing he's got going on. I'm choosing to see that the devil finds peace with God within the devil's own heart. And I show the devil what I see. I tell the devil conversation that I'd had is that I think I'm right, actually. I've always said thank you for the suffering, because without it, then, well, life wouldn't have all these nooks and crannies of experiences. I couldn't understand what gratitude is. I could not, because why would I need to be grateful for anything? I wouldn't even I wouldn't even know what gratitude is. I wouldn't know what sorrow is or despair. I wouldn't know any of these things. And so I've always said I was grateful. And then I got this thought about, what if, though, everyone truly was the brightest spark of themselves and animated by that creative spirit, that generous spirit, that loving spirit, and that we all were inhaling and exhaling the most beautiful sides of every single person on the planet, and we were enriching this earth, and we were enriching the solar system, enriching this universe. Would I long for hell again? Would I want the gratitude for the devil? Like, would I want that? And I say, without you, devil, I can actually explore what a beautiful world could look like. And I am letting you go because I want to explore that beautiful world. If we all disconnect from you, you'll have nobody and you'll be all alone. And maybe then you will find peace. Maybe then you will join us in heaven. Join us with God in heaven. I'm noticing another thing, because this is a spiritual, I want to get into the practical, but this is powerful for our world. What I'm doing is powerful for our world. Just because it's not so practical, maybe it's more biblical, it's still very powerful for our world. I'm literally showing you that the devil needs a hug, not to be worshipped for little treasures and trinkets in a very finite life. Now you have to face what you gave up, your soul. That was pathetic of you. But we love you for the story, and we want you to enrich yourself without love. If you want it, then come back. Let it go. Let the devil go. For all of us, me too, right? Me too. Teaching you about this stuff. Teaching me about this stuff. We're all learning together. about what influences us and why our souls are important and why understanding that is important. And understanding that your soul is really the light and the beauty and the heavenliness about who you are, no matter how anybody treats you. You have to keep being the heavenliness of who you are. And that is your soul. Heaven is your soul. You don't want to give that up to be a monster. You don't want to. So what? You can hang out with the devil? He's miserable. He hates God. He wants to take you away from heaven. He wants to take your soul. He wants you to be empty too and manipulative, just like he is, and miserable. Do you want to follow that path? You can, right? If you want to. It's time to find our hearts. It's time to find our souls. It's time to find heaven again. And that's my calling, is to see there's only one floor in this infinite tower of floors. And it's the one where everyone is gifted the best of themselves. And it's truly in the practical world, the real world, that all humans carry a soul and all souls carry heaven, and that we are truly connected to that beautiful energy. And then there is no devil, period. There's no devil at all. So, yeah, that's what I've got. Pretty cool, huh? It's a little disorienting coming back to the light. The real world, the practical world, the light. You wear one of these things, it blocks everything out so you can really get in tune with what's going on. Otherwise, you have to override the distraction of that, and it's doable. It's just not as enjoyable. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for booking this, and thank you all for watching. Receive enrichment from this. It's for you too. It's for me. It's for all of us. It's enrichment. And taking a moment to receive enrichment. Just all right. Thank you, everybody. If I can help you in a session, you can ask me for anything. I can navigate your individual life or anything going on that you want to see a bigger picture or outside the box thinking on a question that you've had for a long time, or some strange dream, or if you want to do healing for the world, whatever moves you, I'd be honored to connect and support you. You can book a session at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I do voice recordings, video recordings, and live sessions too. All right. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.